Morning, everybody. It's the 28th of August. We're Signal Centre Talking Ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Steve O'Hare. Good morning, Steve.
Yeah, good morning.
We made it to Friday,
We made it to Friday.
and we've got a nice long
Yes.
weekend to look
Oh
forward
yeah,
to.
keep forgetting about the Monday bank holiday.
Yeah,
Cool.
tactical planning from Ian there to get another day off after a week
Yeah,
off already.
I think we should charge him for it, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely, definitely. Okay, how's it going? It was a bit of a, finally a bit of wake up in the market yesterday, it felt like.
Yeah, it was all like over the shop on it, and then it's sort of market. I mean, we had a US market sort of reacted quite nicely. They had a sell off first. We managed to sort of capture um, good returns in there. Bought
Yep.
Nasdaq on a dip and S&P on a dip. Didn't quite get the Dow Jones, but that's fine.
I think we had about 4R yesterday across all the trades that we had open on our intraday analysis.
Oh, that's not bad actually, because we've had a bit of a poor run, really. Well, it feels like we've had a poor run. I haven't sort of like looked into the detail of it, but
I think we're slightly down overall for August, but it's been very choppy, hasn't it?
yeah,
It's just one of those months you're just better off sitting out, really.
yeah. We always say about August, it's always a really, really tricky one for us. We never really seem to perform very well. So if we can get to flat by the end of August, I'd be quite pleased with that overall, because it is. There's nothing you can do about it. You're trying to produce good risk reward trade ideas, but there just seems to be a bit. There's no follow through when you're looking for that trend, and it just seems to be sort of like very thin markets, very choppy, especially this year.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there seems to be a bit of an explosion in news yesterday anyway. Front and centre, we had Shinzo Abe, the Japanese Prime Minister. He is going to step down as
Hmm.
Prime Minister, so that's why we saw some big moves in, particularly in yen pairs. In terms of what happened at Jackson Hole, obviously we had Jerome Powell speaking. He took a more relaxed stance towards inflation. Normally, when inflation's above 2%, obviously there are generally issues with that, and that needs to be curbed. But they're prioritising employment over inflation for now. So we have to wait and see what sort of impact that has further down the line. Um, but that did prompt a bit of a spike in the VIX yesterday.
Hmm.
And a bit of a sell-off in some stocks. There is a few market commentators that were also chirping up, suggesting that investors may want to think about taking some money off the table, particularly in US stocks, because they've had such insane rallies. Um, this is the VIX index, which is often referred to as the fear gauge. So this is for the S&P 500, and as you can see yesterday, a real big move up to just above 27 from lows of 20 on the day. So that's quite a big move, and we
Yeah.
are up 3% on that as well at the moment, with a gap higher on the open. So um, yeah, interesting times potentially ahead, and maybe some pullback in the indices. Let's just have a look at the US. So this is the Nasdaq. I mean, it's obviously had an enormous run. Let's look at the daily first, just to put it in a bit of context. So this is the daily chart. I was looking at the 10-period moving average, and it's just the amount of time it's spent above there in
Yeah.
recent sessions. Um, Quite staggering, really, but potentially slowing down a little bit. I mean, there's no powerful sort of reversal candles formed yet on that. So
No,
um,
not yet. Is there?
any pullback may be fairly shallow at this stage. If you're looking at European indices, I thought the DAX looked quite interesting this morning. We have triggered on our intraday analysis, we've got long at 13,000, but I mean, a little bit confused with this really. This is the hourly chart. We've got a head and shoulders which seems to have formed really nicely. But we've also got this sort of channel here which it broke out of and has just pulled back to 50% of this swing move here,
Hmm.
and a previous support there from the 21st of August, which it's just pretty much nailed before having a bit of a bounce. So a bit confusing really on that at the minute, but opportunities to trade it in both directions potentially.
Mm.
Gold had a decent move yesterday as well, just while I'm going through bits and pieces that I'm looking at. This was, well, this is the triangle that we've been talking about, or I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. on the back of Jerome Powell around about, when was this, yesterday lunchtime? Yeah, 2 o'clock. Huge spike up, broke through the triangle. I thought, okay, here we go. Gold's going to start heading higher again, but then it absolutely collapsed and reversed back down to below the lows of the session. And overnight, we've seen a little bit of a rally higher. So more mixed trading in gold and still lacking direction, really, while it remains within this triangle.
Yeah.
Anything you're looking at?
Uh,
Need to share your screen.
yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I just basically very focused on dollar this week. Again, remember the dollar, the 93.13 level, we're below it, so I feel like the dollar's going to get weaker. So looking to buy euro dollar, cable, Aussie dollar, all things like that look quite good. We had this spike yesterday, which was a little bit annoying. This overreaction to the downside. And in cable as well, had a little bit of, you can see the reaction there on the 4-hour chart. But yeah, I'm sticking with it. This negative dollar bias. We had this rally up in the dollar, and it failed in front of this swing high back from the 12th, 13th, 14th. So a potential for a double top if we basically break the neckline, which was all the way down here. So a little way to go before we do that, but this 4-hour candle formation is bearish. Shooting star, bearish engulfing, evening star formation basically. So that's negative. We were looking to sell at 106.80. Didn't quite capture that this morning. May have missed it. Dollar CAD remains in this bearish channel, going back quite a way. And again, looking to sell rallies in that. Aussie dollar is slightly different. It's in this upward channel. It's got a commodity base as well there, which is commodities have picked up a bit. Euro sterling is a descending triangle formation. So again, looking to buy dips around here, sell rallies up here. Euro sterling is quite a choppy market. So and the yen pairs continue to get a little bit slammed. So we've got euro yen strength, we've got sterling yen strength. New Zealand dollar yen, again, almost like a triangle formation. It's an ascending triangle formation, so a little bit
If
more.
you go back further back on the longer term charts, then
Yeah, and you can
more
see.
medium term, it's still bullish.
Yeah, but you can see that there's this resistance band around here, just this level here, which is a definitely a level to get through.
There's a gap there
which
as
is
well,
coming.
quite visibly, just to the
Yeah,
left.
yeah. What was that back from? 24th of Jan, start of the corona problem, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so once we clear this resistance here, a bit more to the upside, but just a little bit of caution really approaching this. These are two decent swing highs. Need to break that and close above it to be bullish. So I'll continue to sell into rallies until we do that.
If you look at
That's where the
Aussie
risk
yen, I
reward
think
is.
that actually broke that similar level.
Yeah, so we cleared the resistance there.
So intraday,
And
I'm
if we
actually
go,
looking to try and buy a pullback to that breakout level.
yeah, I mean, you can see it takes it all the way back to here. Yeah, so that's it. Cleared it. Nice on the 4-hour chart. Any pullback, then go higher. So maybe, obviously you'll have the Aussie dollar against New Zealand dollar, which will show that there's been a little bit more strength in the Aussie
That may be
dollar.
the better way to play that actually, rather than
Yeah,
involving the yen.
yeah, very possibly. You can see it's like
Uh,
going back to
but I mean, even
here.
that looks corrective. Probably favours New Zealand dollar actually.
Mm,
In this, well, maybe. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at a much shorter term chart, but that looks more in favour of Aussie.
yeah, I think
Just a
sort of
flag
like,
or a
yeah,
correct pennant.
yeah. Looking about the dips in this and there, and then if it clears below here, then looking at shorting it. So yeah, that's about it.
Great. Okay, so news yesterday, aside from what we've already spoken about, there was just general news, really. We had Goldman Sachs sending invitations to hundreds of its senior staff to return to its London office. We've also got Boris Johnson trying to lead a major drive to persuade Britons to go back to their workplaces once schools reopen next week. In coronavirus news, we had face masks becoming compulsory throughout Paris yesterday. Obviously, they're trying to avoid a full lockdown. There's been a significant spike in numbers. There's also been a spike in numbers in some of the South Asian countries, with them imposing stronger social distancing regulations. We had a new 15-minute test produced by a company called Abbott Laboratories in the US, and their shares jumped pretty significantly off the back of that, and they're priced at just $5. And they've been granted emergency authorization, so I expect them to start rolling out pretty quickly. Also on the TikTok front, are you aware of what TikTok is, Steve?
Yeah, I hear about it a lot.
It's pretty popular in my house with
Yeah, is it?
my 11-year-old daughter. She's always TikToking in front of the iPad.
Nice.
Anyway, Walmart
Maybe
have
maybe
tried
we
to
should do
jump in.
one.
Yeah, we should do a TikTok channel. That will get her off it quickly. If her dad shows up,
Yeah, exactly.
that might be a good plan, actually. But Walmart have entered the race to try and team up with Microsoft and buy the video streaming app. I think the issue's been that it's Chinese owned, and obviously the Americans love it, so they want to get it out of China so that they can use it without Trump telling them they
Yeah.
can't.
So that they can spy on their own people rather than
Rather than
China
China,
spying.
yeah, exactly
Is
that.
that it?
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of this going on, isn't it? All these apps are sort of like, it's people spying on us. That's the be all
well,
and end
the
all.
track and trace one, when they get that up and running, that'll be the ultimate one, won't it?
Yeah.
The ultimate Big Brother app.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, aside from those bits of news, we've got Jackson Hole continuing today, the summit there. We've got the Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey speaking today, so keep an eye out for that. On the data front, we've got at 1:30 US personal income and spending, and at 2:45 we've got Chicago PMI. So a couple of data points to keep an eye out for to wrap up the week. Almost forgot about doing our gun to the head stuff for a moment because there wasn't particularly much to talk about.
I thought I smashed it yesterday, didn't I?
No, we both got stopped out on the volatility in euro. So I was long of euro yen, and you were long of euro dollar. Both, had we had more conservative stop losses, could have been decent winners, but we didn't. We had a gun to our head when we picked the ideas, and therefore did what we did, and we're both stopped out. So a little bit of a dip back in performance. It's been pretty flat throughout the week, really. We started sort of around 2000, we're just under it, so not much happening, and I think that's pretty much shows what's going on with the rest of the market at the moment as well. So are we going to finish the week with a decent winner? Let's have a go, shall we? I'm going to back the DAX. Talked about it at the front of the video. Been triggered on intraday analysis at 13,000. It's 13,005 at the moment. Had a spike down to lows of 12,946. I'm going to have to put a stop loss just below that. Let's go 12,940. Buying at 13,000, targeting 13,270. So that would be 4.5R if that comes in from here.
Lovely.
Yes, we'll see. But just to reiterate why, overall trend on the medium-term basis is bullish, as you can see here. On the intraday analysis, you can see that there is a head and shoulders that's formed, and it arguably has broken now with the close below that on the hourly chart. But I'm going to be brave and try and expect that to fail maybe, and that's really because there could be some decent R in it from there, but we'll see. Over to you,
Yeah.
Steve.
I'm going to go completely opposite to you in terms
Good.
of indices. I'm going to sell it. So let's see if we can both manage to get stopped out. The FTSE inverse head and shoulders, I was looking at the potential for it. Needed a break above 60, 65. So this was the trade idea from, was it yesterday or the day before, to buy a break at 60.70. It never broke 60.70, so we didn't do that. And since then, basically the head and shoulders formation has failed, in my opinion. So let's get rid of this. And it's more now, we're looking at, this is what happens. We've broken below this channel. So this is almost like a break below here. We should continue to move lower. And it is different to DAX. It's not showing the same characteristics. We had this stall at the 61 in front of the 61.8 and this correction lower, and it's continuing to move lower. That's a weekly chart, but obviously the daily chart where you see the bullish channel in the DAX, you're not seeing it in the FTSE. So overall negative this. I'm going to get short here.
What's the price?
59.80. 59.80. What we're going to target, Let's target a move down to 58.60. And we'll have a 40 tick stop on it, 60-20 stop. There, 3 to 1. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Super.
Easy as that.
Hope one of us comes in.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I'd prefer to sell into rallies, but we've broken this level. If it closes below on this bar, which it sort of closed on the bar, so this bar really needs to close below this 59.86 to confirm my trade idea. So I prefer to wait till this it closes below here, but gone to head, so I can't.
Exactly. Okay, good luck. Any plans this weekend, Steve?
Connor's going out for his birthday celebrations on a breakfast brunch in the city somewhere.
When's his birthday?
It was at the start of August.
Okay.
But he's waited till now to get something booked up, and all his friends can go there. So that'll be messy. So I'll probably be driving to London at some point to pick him up off the floor. But no, apart from that, not a lot. Okay. No. What about you?
No, not a lot. I'm obviously still stuck at home until next Wednesday, so it's going to be yeah.
Look out Essex next Wednesday then.
Yeah, it's going to go off. We've got Charity Shield tomorrow, Community Shield tomorrow, Steve. Arsenal, Liverpool.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Are they going to put any decent teams out or not?
I think it's going to be largely kids.
Okay, yeah.
Well, having said that, we had a friendly during the week and we went pretty strong. So there's not a lot of time left before the start of the season. So maybe there will be some big names on show, provided they didn't go to France or Spain on holiday, or get arrested for beating up and bribing policemen.
Yeah, I don't know. He's sort of like seems like an honest guy.
Yeah, he does. Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah, we'll have a great weekend. We will be back on Tuesday with all three of us. And until then, have a good one.
Cheers.
Bye.